You spend your life reaching for something, for someone, for a moment that feels complete, but every time you get close, it slips, and you're left with the same hunger you started with. You think that's failure. Schopenhauer thinks that's the design. Schopenhauer believed you live under a force you don't control. He called it the will, not purpose, not intention, just raw drive. A blind push inside you that wants and wants and wants. You feel it as desire. You think you choose it, but he says it chooses you. To him, human life is simple. You want something, you chase it. You suffer while you don't have it, then you get it. You feel a short release, and then the wanting returns, a little sharper, a little more empty. He thought this cycle is the foundation of your existence. You aren't living with desire, you're trapped inside it. That's the curse. Chapter 1. The Human Struggle They Saw. Schopenhauer didn't see a world full of progress. He saw a world full of restless people searching for a brief pause in their suffering. You know that feeling. You wake up with a pressure behind your ribs, a quiet tension, a lack you can't name. So you look for something to fill it. Work, love, status, pleasure, noise. You move from one target to the next, not because it brings meaning, but because it distracts you from the hunger underneath. That's the struggle Schopenhauer saw. A human being who can never rest. A mind dragged forward by an engine it didn't build. Every desire a command. Every achievement a delay. You think next time it will be different. Next goal, next relationship, next version of yourself. But the relief never lasts, because desire is not an event. It's a condition. You live in a loop, persistence, satisfaction, return, like breathing. But heavier. This wasn't pessimism to Schopenhauer. It was anatomy, the structure of human life. A cycle of craving that keeps you alive and destroys your peace at the same time. Chapter 2. Their Dark Insight. Schopenhauer's dark insight is simple. You don't desire because something is meaningful. Something becomes meaningful because you desire it. The hunger comes first. The object comes after. You project your emptiness into the world. You label things as answers. You give them weight. You imagine they will complete you, but they're just screens you cast your longing onto. And when you finally obtain what you wanted, the object loses its glow. You see it for what it is, ordinary, finite, unable to hold the fantasy you placed on it. Then the will shifts. It finds a new target, a new promise, a new lie. This is the curse of desire. It feels like freedom, but it's captivity, because the will never stops. It moves like a current under your thoughts, pushing you from craving to craving, as if your life depends on reaching the next thing. But the will never wants satisfaction. It wants motion. It wants tension. It wants you chasing. Schopenhauer saw desire as a trick of nature, a way to keep the organism moving, reaching, breeding, surviving, even when every goal dissolves right after you achieve it. So you suffer when you want, you grow bored when you get, and the will stays hungry either way. For Schopenhauer, this wasn't a flaw in the system, it was the system. Chapter 3. How it shows up in your life. You feel this curse most clearly in the quiet moments, when nothing distracts you, when you're alone with yourself, when your mind starts pacing. You think you want more money, but the number keeps moving. You think you want a certain body, but the goal shifts every time you get closer. You think you want someone's love, but when you receive it, the restlessness stays, just quieter, just hidden under the surface. Every time you reach a milestone, you feel that strange emptiness. A silent question. Why doesn't this feel like enough? You don't say it out loud, but you feel it. In your chest, in your stomach, and in the short pause after you accomplish something and realize the feeling didn't change. That's the will. Taking back control, pushing you toward the next horizon. This shows up in deeper ways too. You chase relationships not because they heal you, but because they distract you. You chase pleasure not because it satisfies you, but because it numbs you. You chase identity not because it defines you, but because you fear what you are without it. Desire becomes your schedule, your compass, your religion. You're always preparing for the moment your life will begin, a moment that never arrives, because even when you reach it, the will demands something else. You live in anticipation, not presence. Your life becomes potential energy, always waiting to be fulfilled, never settling into what is already here. Schopenhauer believed this is why you feel so tired, not physically, existentially. Your inner world is always under tension, always hungry for the next moment, and because of that, you rarely inhabit the current one. Chapter 4. The Confrontation. Schopenhauer forces you to face a truth you'd rather avoid. You don't control your wanting. Your wanting controls you. You aren't the author of your desire. You're its servant. Every craving feels personal, but it isn't. It's biological pressure dressed as meaning. It's instinct wearing the mask of choice. This confrontation is uncomfortable because it strips away your illusions. It reveals how much of your life is spent reacting to internal impulses you never chose. You think you want success because it matters to you. Schopenhauer says the will wants expansion, so you call it ambition. You think you want love because you're lonely. Schopenhauer says the will wants reproduction, so you call it connection. You think you want pleasure because it feels good. Schopenhauer says the will wants escape, so you call it relaxation. You build identity around these desires. But the will doesn't care about identity. It only cares about its own continuation. That's the confrontation. You realize that the story you tell yourself about your life isn't entirely yours. It's written by forces deeper than thought, deeper than emotion, deeper than who you think you are. And when you see that clearly, something inside you goes quiet, not peaceful, just aware. You start to notice how much you chase without thinking, how quickly you move toward distraction, how rarely you sit with yourself without reaching for something. You see how much of your suffering comes from resisting what is and craving what isn't. You see how often you mistake desire for meaning. Schopenhauer doesn't give you a solution. He doesn't offer hope. He doesn't promise freedom. He believes clarity is all you get, and clarity is heavy. Chapter 5. The Still Point. There's a moment after you see the cycle for what it is, a still point, not peace, not fulfillment, just stillness. You realize nothing you chase will silence the will. You realize every desire is temporary. You realize the hunger will return no matter what you feed it. From that place, life feels different, stripped down, honest. You stop pretending your next achievement will save you. You stop believing the right person will complete you. You stop expecting the world to settle your inner unrest. You move, but slower. You choose, but with less illusion. You want, but you don't kneel before your wanting. The still point is not a solution. Schopenhauer offers none. It's an understanding, a quiet acceptance that desire will rise and fall. It will pull at you. It will fade. It will return. It will never give you the rest you're looking for. You see the cycle. You stop fighting it. You stop worshiping it. And you stand in the one place the will can't touch. The present moment where you aren't reaching for anything. Where the hunger is there, but you're not negotiating with it. Where you feel the weight of being alive without trying to escape it. The still point isn't happiness, it's clarity, and clarity is the closest thing you will ever have to freedom.